up, guys? Chef Dave Riv. Just getting warmed up for the video. Gotta make sure the guns look good, you know what I mean? Today, we're gonna make ramen. Ramen. We're gonna make ramen with zucchini noodles, all right? So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add about a tablespoon of olive oil to a hot pot. We're gonna add about 4 or 5 slices of thin onion, all right? Take a white onion. We're just gonna make very thin slices, as thin as we can get them, all right? Just like that. Nice thin onions. Hey, I see Brooke and I see Chelsea. How you guys doing? All right, we'll get our onions in a pot. That's a shout out, by the way. Gonna just sweat these onions for a couple minutes. And while our onions are sweating, we're gonna add a pinch of black pepper, a 1/4 teaspoon of crushed red pepper, you want to really get those oils out of the chili pepper going and give it a little bit of heat. Then we're going to add a teaspoon of minced ginger, fresh ginger. Yeah, I need to use my fingers, right? So now we're going to add 2 cloves of minced garlic. Give that a little stir, give that a minute. And now we're going to add 4 cups of chicken bone broth. I like the bone broth because it has a lot better flavor than just regular chicken stock. Give that a few minutes to heat up. So for this ramen, we're going to use zucchini. We're going to make zucchini noodles. Now you could use a shirataki noodle, which you could buy prepackaged. It actually is made out of yams. The only issue with that is it's a little fishy if it comes in a liquid, and you have to just rinse them for about 20 minutes just to get that fishy smell off, and then you would just saute them. But I think it's tastier if we use the fresh zucchini noodles on this. Now if you don't have a spiralizer, you could buy these already done, or you could just cut them in like a very thin julienne strip. The only thing I do like to do with the zucchini pasta is just give a cut, because sometimes you get these 3-foot long pieces of zucchini of pasta. In little pieces we're just going to cut up. Okay, now this is going for about 10 minutes. We're going to add about a cup of fresh sliced mushrooms. We're going to add a 1/4 cup of bean sprouts. You can get fresh in the supermarket where you would get your produce. I mean, you could use canned. If you use canned, I would just clean them. I would rinse them just to get all that extra salt off. Now, we're not adding any salt to this because we're going to taste this. We don't want this to be too salty because we're going to add to our stock, to our bone broth stock, we're going to add 3 tablespoons of low sodium soy sauce. And we're going to give that a couple more minutes. I'm going to do a couple push-ups while we're waiting. And then we're going to add our spinach. All right, I got a cup. It was a tight cup of packed fresh spinach. We're going to add that to our stock. We're going to give this a couple more minutes. Now, we're not going to add the zucchini until a few minutes before service because we don't want the zucchini to get soggy. All right? Now, there's a few things you could do. I got a little bit of roast beef. I got a few ounces of roast beef from the supermarket. You could use some leftover steak. You could use meatballs if you wanted. I just cut them into some strips. And then I cooked in the oven about an 8-ounce chicken breast. I seasoned with salt, pepper, and garlic, a little olive oil. And I cooled it. And now we're going to just cut this into thin strips. We'll give this a stir. Now it's been going for about 20 minutes. Let's give it a taste, see if we need to add anything. Got a little bite to it. Doesn't need any salt. It's got plenty from the soy and from the stock. Now we're going to add our zucchini noodles. Now we're going to give this about 3 or 4 minutes, and then we're going to plate it up. All right, guys, we're going to plate this up now, right? So let's get some noodles in our bowl, a couple mushrooms, a little spinach. Guys, I was going to say this looks real tasty. But I was just told if you say tasty, what's a good example? When you go to someone's house and they cook you dinner and it really is disgusting and you're like, oh, it's real tasty. You know what that means? So I can't say tasty anymore now. So I got to tell you, it smells really good, not tasty. Let's get a little broth in there. Now we're going to get a little beef in there. Going to get a little chicken. This is nori, which is seaweed. I just took a sheet and cut it up into some strips. I took a little carrot, a little shredded carrot. Little fresh cilantro, little green onion. Gonna add a little bit of lime, just a little bit. We have a little extra soy sauce, and I have a little sweet chili paste. Now, also when you do ramen, people like a 6-minute egg. That's a runny egg. I don't like a runny egg. It's nasty. But you guys could do whatever you want. So you could either take a half an egg, or I actually like to cut some nice slices of hard-boiled egg. But whatever your preference is. Looks pretty good to me, guys, huh? So guys, this is Chef Dave Riv. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the bell so you'll get notifications. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, post them in the space below the video and they will be answered. You could also follow Chef Dave Riv on Instagram for future menu items and snacks. You just want to make sure that the stock is very hot, so when you add your chicken and your beef, they just warm up in the broth. So now this is the best part, guys. Let's try this out. Oh, it's really good. Let's get some noodles in there. I got defective chopsticks. Very, not tasty, very good. And you know I'm not using a spoon. Really got a little bite to it, but it's very good. Listen, you could back off on the crushed red pepper if you want. I actually like it real spicy. Gives a little kick. So guys, glad you made some ramen with me today. It was great seeing you. Chef Dave Riv, and I'm out. You know I'm not using the spoon today, huh?
David, don't slurp your soup.
Sorry, Ma.